Hello everybody, this is Solar Tiger with another video. It is January of 2025 and this is the first video of the year, and I'd like to take the opportunity to wish all my viewers a happy new year for 2025. So today's video will be about heated gloves, because recently in the UK we have had a cold spell. And the temperatures outside have been down to around -4 degrees Celsius in my area, and that is cold, and if you go outside your hands will get cold. So I looked into getting some battery heated gloves. Now I went on eBay and I looked through loads of listings on eBay, and I looked on Amazon as well, and I went through all the listings, and eventually I settled on these Birchshat heated gloves. Now these are not cheap. I made an offer to the seller and the seller made a counter offer, and in the end we settled on around 115 UK pounds. So these are the Birchshat heated gloves. By the way, I also researched on the manufacturer's, the company's website, and if you buy them on the company's website, these will cost you a penny under 200 UK pounds. So these are not cheap, and I would consider these as a premium option. So let's have a look at the packaging. So it says Birchshat heated gloves with dual heating system. I'll come back to that later. Designed in the EU, manufactured in China, as is common with a lot of items nowadays. The company have a website, www.birchshat.eu, so it's an EU company. And the thing about these gloves, as most gloves on the market only heat the back of your hands and the fingers, which can mean that the palms of your hands can get cold. I read various reviews of heated gloves on the internet, and one person mentioned that, yeah, alright, gloves heat the back of your hand, that's fine, but the palms of your hands can get cold. So that's where the dual heating system comes in. These gloves heat the back of your hands and they heat the palms of your hands as well. And as far as I've seen online, looking through the listings on eBay and Amazon, these are the only pair of gloves that I've seen that heat both the back of your hand and the palms of your hands. So hence the dual heating system. Birchshat do make other heating gloves that only heat the back of your hands. So these are like a more upmarket premium option. So as you can see a diagram there of the heating. They have 3 heat settings, low, medium and high, but you can also have different settings for the palm of your hand and the back of your hands. You can have different settings. They come supplied with batteries. They come supplied with these 7.4 volt 2200 milliamp hour batteries, and on the low setting, Birchshat claimed that they will last 8 hours. What I found when I was wearing them was that I had them on the medium setting, medium on the back, medium on the palms, and on the medium setting they lasted about 2 or 3 hours. So bear that in mind. The medium setting is pretty warm. The high setting is really hot, but the battery might last an hour or so maybe. The high setting is very hot, like hand hot. So the medium setting is ample. So they run on a 7.4 volt battery. Now, most of the heated gloves on the market either run on USB 5 volts or on 7.4 volts. So the ones that run on 7.4 volts use this type of battery. The battery connector is 3.5mm, and that's common amongst most of the heated gloves. The other type of heated gloves are USB, and they use USB power banks of some description. I found that USB heated things are not as warm, and the power banks that operate them are pretty bulky, so I tend to stay away from the USB heated stuff. I think the 7.4 volt stuff is of better quality. So the gloves have a controller on them, and you have separate controls for the palms and the back of your hand. To activate the gloves, you simply press and hold the button, and they come on the high setting. Press again for the medium setting, and again for the low setting, and if you press and hold, that turns them off. So I'll do this. You can have independent settings for the palm and the back of your hand. So at the moment the back of the hand is on medium, the palm's on low, and you can have whatever combination you like. So that's how that works. We press and hold, turns it off. Okay, so these are the gloves. They feel good quality. They have leather parts on as well. The fingers and the palm area is made of goat leather. That's what I've read. These are premium gloves, remember. And they have the touch sensitive parts on the thumb and the finger to operate the touch screens on your phone, etc. My experience of that is that wearing gloves and trying to operate the touch features on your phone is a bit awkward. So that's all I'm going to say about that. These gloves have a waterproof liner inside, so you won't get wet hands if it's raining or in the snow, etc. The batteries go in this zipped compartment in the cuff in here. They have a strap round the wrist to make them adjustable, and the cuff is adjustable as well. Some instructions here. It says remove the battery pack before washing. This is the material it's made of, and it says the palm is made of goat leather, and these have Thinsulate insulation inside. With these, when I'm wearing them on the medium setting, they are really warm, and they produce enough heat that you can actually feel the heat coming through the glove. I read a comment somewhere where someone was wearing them in the snow and they were throwing snowballs, and the comment they made was the snowballs literally melted in their hands, in their gloves, because of the heat that was coming through the gloves. So yeah, they are very warm. that's this. They are sort of premium. See what it says on the back of the packaging. There's some instructions on the back of the packaging. They are hand washable. Hand wash is recommended, allowed to dry naturally, so i.e. hang on the washing line, don't put in the tumble dryer. Sensible precaution, remove the batteries before washing, and store in a cool dry place at room temperature, so don't store in direct sunlight, etc. So that's that. And there's a whole load of icons for suggested activities, from cycling, fishing, horse riding, boating, motorcycling, shooting, skiing, playing golf, etc. But any outdoor activity, basically. So when you buy the gloves, they come with these 7.4 volt 2200 milliamp hour batteries, sort of standard battery. They do make batteries in higher capacities, all the way up to 3800 milliamp hours. The only thing I'll say that the battery packs are expensive, well over £100 for a set of batteries, so expensive. However, since most of these 7.4 volt gloves use similar batteries, and the batteries are kind of generic type of design made in China, so you can get lots of third-party batteries. I show you example here. So this battery has a capacity of 3200 milliamp hours, so 1000 more than those ones, and your gloves will work for longer with these batteries. And you can buy these on eBay and Amazon for, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 pounds, something like that. A lot cheaper than buying the manufacturer branded ones. So that's what you can do. So I will put that over here. The gloves come with instruction manual and the box for the batteries. The batteries come with a USB charging cable, not a mains one, a USB charging one. So on one end there's a USB A, the normal USB plug. On the other end there's two plugs that go into the batteries, and there's the little charger module thing in there that has a red LED and a green LED, so it's red when charging and then it goes green when it's charged. The plug socket on the battery is 3.5mm. I think that's common to most heated gloves. If you want to charge from the mains, you'll need to buy a USB charger plug. These are commonly sold as a phone charger. So it's a plug adapter thing with a USB socket on it, and you just plug this lead in, and that's how you charge the batteries. Or you can charge them from a power bank or any other USB power source. So that's how that works. So these are premium gloves. The manufacturer's £200 price tag definitely puts them in the premium category. They are well made. They contain real leather, not any PU leather or any stuff like that. This is goat leather. It's high quality. The gloves feel well made. They put out loads of heat, so that's that. So I would recommend these to people. The only thing I'm going to say is that even on the medium setting, the battery only lasts 2 or 3 hours. So if you need something that's going to last you all day, if you go skiing or something like that, and you want it to last all day, these are not going to last all day. You'll get 2 or 3 hours and that's it. The only way around that is to have a supply of batteries on hand and keep changing them. That's inconvenient, and the batteries are pretty expensive. So that is the Birchshat heated gloves with the dual heating system. The company make other heated gloves as well, and they make all different types of heated clothing as well, like shirts and pants, hoodies, coats, and all that kind of thing. So they are a premium company, I would say. So that's the Birchshat heated gloves. So that's these ones. After that, I bought these gloves mainly because I walked to work early in the morning, about 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's cold. My hands are getting cold. The only thing about taking these to work is that they're worth about £200, and that's an expensive item to take to work. So I was looking on eBay. Actually, I was looking on eBay because I wanted some higher capacity batteries for these gloves. So I was looking at eBay and Amazon to try and get some batteries, and prices were like 30, 40, 50 pounds for batteries. I was trying to buy batteries in the UK, and getting high capacity batteries in the UK was a bit difficult. There were loads from Chinese sellers, but obviously they had to come away from China, and that was that. So I wanted some higher capacity batteries. I was looking for at least 3200 milliampere batteries, and I just wanted just the batteries because I had a charging cable ready, and the only seller I think in the UK that was selling them had sold out of just the batteries. So I decided after that I would look for some cheap heated gloves just for the batteries that had 3200 milliampere batteries, and I just buy them just for the batteries. So I was getting a bit cunning. So I was searching and searching and searching on eBay, as one does, and I came across these being listed. And I came across a seller selling these, and he was selling these as, I think he was selling them as used, and he had 2 sets available, one set in a small, one set in a medium, and it was a complete set of gloves, batteries, charger, and he only wanted £11 for them. So a whole set of gloves with batteries and charger for 11 quid. And I thought, great, I'll buy these. Because I just wanted a set of batteries, really. And a set of batteries for £11, never mind you getting the gloves, was a good deal. And since he had 2 lots of these, I bought both lots. So these and those over there. So for 22 quid, I had 2 pairs of gloves, 2 sets of batteries, and 2 chargers. So great. So for less than the price of 1 lot of batteries, I had 2 sets of batteries, 2 pairs of gloves, and 2 chargers. So whole lot for 22 quid. So I snapped those up, and that's what we got here. So these are the Wanos heated gloves. These are 7.4 volt heated gloves, and these are of the conventional type that just heat the back of your hand. So the price of these, I couldn't find them in the UK, but on Amazon.ca, which I presume is Amazon in Canada, I think, the going price for these was about $80 or $90, and I think this was Canadian dollars. So, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but Amazon.ca I reckon was Amazon Canada. So these are about $80 to $90. When I got them, they looked absolutely brand new. There's no signs of use on them at all. So, no signs of use at all. They have a leather-like material on here, but I reckon this is probably PU leather, probably, as these are cheaper gloves. So, they have the touch screen things on the thumb and the finger. There's a kind of rubbery material on here for grip, so maybe if you're cycling or something, they won't slip off the handlebars. There's a pouch section here that the battery goes in. On the back there's an adjuster to cinch them around your wrists. That's quite easy to operate. The Birch hats have a Velcro strap. These ones you pull this tab to tighten it, and then you pull on this plastic part to loosen it, so it's very easy to operate. There's the heating controls, and there's a cinch for the cuff to keep the drafts out. I believe these are waterproof as well, I think, from what I've read, but these are a cheaper option, and I only paid £11 for them, so taking these to work, I'm much happier taking these to work because of the lower value. If you take expensive stuff to work, there's the chances of it being stolen, so that's that. So these came with the 3,200 milliamp hour battery that goes in the pocket in the back I showed you, and these gloves came with a mains charger, so mains plug-in charger and 2 plugs for the batteries. I did get 2 chargers. One of them arrived, the earth pin was broken on it, so you couldn't insert it into the socket, but I've got 1 charger between the 2, so that's fine by me. And again, when you plug it in, red when you plug the batteries in when they're discharged. The light turns green when they're fully charged. So the gloves have a controller, and this controller is quite easy to operate even with the gloves on. So you simply press and the lights illuminate. So you press and hold, and then by default it comes on to the higher setting. You press it again and it decreases the settings, and that's the heat levels. I think 2 is adequate for me, and the battery lasts a good time on that, so that's good. These have a longer battery life because obviously they only have one lot of heating elements in the back, so you can go for several hours on these. I wore these on a trip to town and they lasted, I don't know, half the day easily, and the charge had charge left. The thing I like about these, if they have a battery level indicator, which the premium ones don't. So these 4 dots up here is the battery meter. So 4 dots is 100%, 3 is 75, 2 is 50, 1 is 25. So it gives you an idea of how much battery you got left, which is useful. Now, if your battery is going a bit lower, you could turn the heat setting down to make it last a bit longer. So that's good. The only thing I'm going to say is the lights are very bright, like really bright. So if you go out in dull weather, this might draw attention to you. So I'll come back to that in a second. So if you press and hold the control, it turns them off. Now, what I did on one set of the gloves, I bought the large and the birch hats, but out of these 2 I've been wearing the smalls, and the smalls seem to fit fine on me. So what I did, if I turn the other pair on, so you'll see that these lights are really bright. On this side, to tone it down, I simply went over the lights with a black biro and a permanent marker pen, and that tones down the brightness. I can still see which lights are illuminated, but it's not so bright. As you can see, the ones that I haven't done are really bright. So that's one modification I did, just to tone the lights down a lot. I can see the indicator, but they're not glaringly bright. So these are the Wanos heated gloves that came from Amazon. Well, the original person bought them from Amazon. I bought them off of eBay, and I got them for 11 quid, which I thought was a good deal. The gloves can also, they have a buckle on the side, so there and there you can clip them together. The same with the birch hats, you can clip those together as well. So this is Solar Tiger with a review of some heated gloves. I hope you found this interesting and useful, and the fact that you can get some good deals on heated stuff on eBay. You just have to put the hours in looking. So this is Solar Tiger saying thank you for watching. If you have any constructive comments, remember I only reply to constructive comments, feel free to leave them down below. And until next time, this is Solar Tiger saying thank you for watching. Thank you.